So in Cakewalk, once you have installed it, hopefully you know how to do that. If you're not, I have tutorials that talk about that. I'm going to go to empty project, and what I'm going to do is going to walk you through exactly how to set up everything so it works well. All right, so I'm going to tell you some of the issues that you might run into. So first of all, let's go up to edit. Let's go to preferences. All right, and you'll notice that right now I'm using my gaming headset. I made a video about this once before that talked about how to use your gaming headset to actually record in Cakewalk, because if you don't have a mic at all, you still should be able to get the job done. Is it going to sound the best? No, but at least you can get started and get familiar with Cakewalk or whatever DAW you're using. So first off, let's go to playback and recording. Playback and recording right now is set to Wasabi shared. If you're having issues with latency, I would suggest go to Wasabi. But if you notice that Wasabi is not giving you what you need for some reason, you're still getting errors or it's not working right, then go down to WDM. And if that's still not working right, go down to MME. Just know that when you go to MME, it's going to give you the worst latency possible. So, which is fine. So right now I'm on Wasabi shared. Let's see, go to driver settings. So you go to playback time and make sure that the playback is set to whatever device you're using for playback or your output. In this case, I can set it between the speaker, which is a speaker that's built into the laptop, or I can set it to my headphone jack, right? So I got it on the headphone jack. And then my recording time is set to headset microphone. So you'll notice in the devices that I have a few options for input and I have a few options for output, but I only chose the headset microphone for the input. This microphone array is the actual microphone that's built into my webcam basically, and then the stereo mix is coming from the actual audio jack, so you can do that too as well, but I'll leave it like that. Right now I don't have any MIDI devices. Everything else is cool. Sometimes it's good to raise your sync and caching up, so I might set it, normally it might be set to playback in and out 256. If you notice you start to get like pops and some reason the keep losing audio or something like that, then you might want to increase the in and out buffer size. I did 1056. You can do 1028. You can do as much as you need to, but I think it goes up to 2056 is the max, but I'm going to keep it there for now. Apply, and then close. All right, so let's make a song real quick. Very simple. If you're just trying to do this, if you want to do an instrument track, you can right click. Sorry, I gotta get used to using this keypad. There it is. Gotta press two fingers. Insert instrument track. And let's just say I want to do piano. All right. And if you have no controller, no keyboard or anything like that, you still can record. Of course, you can go in and you can use the piano roll view. You can use a step sequencer, or you can use a stab view if you want to put in music that way. Or you can actually just press record and use the virtual controller, pressing Alt 0 or Alt Shift 0. Okay. So if I press Alt 0, it's going to bring it up. Can press the octave up by pressing X. Now what I do notice is that when I recorded, it did not write my exact tempo. So let's do that again. Okay, so you have to press the plus sign. So just make sure you do that because I didn't do that. And make sure that you have it right at the beginning head mark of the first measure. So it'll change the whole entire tempo. But if you wanted to put another tempo in, you can just insert it that way too as well. So that's really cool. Let's try it again. Alt 0 and X. For some reason it always resets. Okay. For some reason it was like a little sticky and hesitant. And this might be crazy because I'm trying to record on OBS and do this at the same time. Keep in mind this processor is not quite as good as the processor I have in my desktop computer, but it still should work. Let's see. What are we looking for? Probably just going to do the first two measures. So I'm going to roll back because I only need the first two. Then I can quantize it, click on it, press Q. Let's do that. See if that sounds like. Okay, and that's fine. Keep it very simple. All right, I can copy this, can drag it by holding Control button down and just using your left mouse button to drag it over. I can do it that way, or I can take these, highlight them. I'm gonna do double tap on my keypad to bring up the right click button for the mouse, and then I'm going to bounce the clip, and it makes it all one clip. And then what I can do is I can take this and then I can copy it and paste it special. So I'll show you how this works. Press Control C. After you click it, go right over here. Make sure you got it lined up right. Is that the measure I need? Okay, zoom in a little bit more so I can make sure I got it lined up at the right spot. Okay, and these might not even be lined up right. Let me hear it first. Okay, so yeah, so we want this to start on measure 10. All right. Control, make sure it's selected, Control C, and then we're gonna double click again, go to edit, go to paste special, and then I can say, let's do this repetition wise. So that was what, how many bars? 8 bars, I guess. So I can say, let's do it 4 more times. All right, and then it should line it up. But here's the problem that we run into. See how this one stopped right before measure 10? That's not exactly where I needed to be. So these are going to be off a little bit. Control Z, and this is what I like to do when I'm dealing with a situation like this. I'm going to just drag this over to measure 10, and now it's perfectly aligned. Then I can just go Control C again, go to measure 10, click, I didn't mean to click on the piano roll, all right, or the console. So now I can double tap again, edit, paste special, make sure it's at 10, then let's do 4. And so now they should all be spaced out right. Good. Sounds good. Okay, cool. All right, make sure you always save your project, Control S, and then let's name this as HP Cakewalk Groove. I guess, I don't know. I'm just gonna call it that for now. Okay. So now that you have that, let's go ahead and put some drums to it. Double click again, insert instrument. Let's do SI drum kit. Okay, it's loading. And then we're gonna go back here. See what kind of groove. Okay, it's very loud. Let's put a little. So you can click on the left mouse where it says default program to change it to a different patch. A lot of these patches sound the same, though. Okay, I like that one. And then let's do something different. Let's program in the step sequencer for this. All right, step sequencer looks like this. And if you haven't used it before, it's pretty simple. It's kind of just plug and play, just popping in, and really visual. So if you're a visual person, then this works good for you. Let's do, yeah, let's just do a 4-beat pattern, I guess. Let's do bass drums right here. So I'm going 1. These are divided into 16th notes. So 1E and so I'm gonna go 1, 2, and. So this is 1, this is 2. Then I'm gonna put it on the and. Boo, boo, boo. And I said 1, 2, and 3, 4. So let's put the snare, which I think is E3. It's gonna go 1, 2, do, ooh. Yep. Then we'll do some hi-hats. Hi-hat's gonna be on F sharp 3. Okay. Just gonna put it on 8th notes. Now there is a quicker way to actually put this stuff in, but for now I'm not really worried about it. And then for the velocity, let's do, might even want to swing it a little bit. Okay, could just velocity some. See what that sounds like. Turn the velocity up if I want to. Let's listen to it. Okay. Alright, so we're fine. Now if I want to mess with these a little bit, I can do that too as well to give it more life for as the velocity goes. Now I've got this drum groove starting really at the beginning, but I wanted to start here. And then once I have this, I don't have to worry about quantize. It's already perfect. Just gonna press, and I should be able to just drag it all the way out. The good thing about these is that you can just drag it out and it'll just keep copying. So I drag it all the way over here. Then listen to it. Okay, sounds good. And I might want to bring these down a little bit. Just gonna bring the fader down. If you click on it to the left, you will see the individual track so that you can control whatever you need to. I'm just gonna bring them down some. All right, and save that, Control S. And so let's do a bass line. Gonna double tap again, insert instrument, and then bass, guitar. Okay. Just gonna keep it on whatever patch it's on now. Bring up the Alt 0. All right, we'll keep it simple. Sorry, it took a little while to figure out exactly what note I wanted to play. All right, and then we're set to record. I don't like that note. All right, and then I can stop it. Press Control S. Always remember to save your work. And then if I didn't like exactly what I played, I can come in here to the piano roll and go down here, and I'm gonna zoom in some. Okay. Find my notes. See, they're down here. Then I can scroll over and I can say, hey, I know I didn't like one of these parts. Yeah, so I didn't like that. That's this note here. Okay, so I really should be E flat. So I can just slide it up like that. Or you can press Shift. Uh-oh, that didn't work. So if you press, hold down Shift, left click it, then you can drag it up. And then what this does, it keeps it right in place. All right, let's go back. Still don't like it. All right, so I'll just go up to the C sharp because that's really what it's supposed to be. Press Shift again, hold it down. All right, and then I can do that. Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right, and it's up to you if you want to quantize it or not. I'll go ahead and quantize it just. Now, I don't always believe in quantizing stuff, but sometimes it's just good if you messed up a lot. Okay. All right. So then what we go from there is we can copy and paste this. Control. Make sure it's all the way to 10. Yeah, stop it right there. And then we can copy this. Go to track 10 again, same way I did with the drums. And double tap, edit, paste special. And then we're gonna do, I think it's the same amount of repetitions as before, right? 4 repetitions. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Control S. All right, so now I got like the foundation of my track, which is cool. Now, if you want to, you can actually start bringing everything over. Like if I want to bring these over some, I can do that, drag them over. So they start right at the beginning. Now, sometimes I really like to just start them a little late so I don't miss any transients coming in, but For the sake of this, we'll just start right at the thing, at the top. All right, and then Control S that. Now, let's go to where the fun part comes in. Recording vocals. So recording vocals with this mic is not going to sound ideal. I'm pretty sure it's not going to sound ideal, but because we have effects in there, we can kind of make it sound decent. Now, this is what I'm more so worried about, is making sure that we actually can um, get a good vocal, or be able to record a vocal, hopefully, because this system is a little weird trying to record everything on a laptop. I'm not even used to using laptops like this. I used to use it a lot, but I'm always used to using desktops. So Control T will create your audio track. And then after that, I'm going to make sure the input is set. So input is set to Realtek headset Microsoft, I mean, not Microsoft, microphone L. Okay. So yeah. Now I could record this stereo. Yeah. Because this is, I think the way this is positioned is set up as a stereo wire, but I'm gonna record it left, and let's just see what we got. Gonna be trying to sing real soft too as well. Just for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just gonna show you how to record the vocals dry, and then we can add effects afterwards. And we might have to bring it over, or nudge it a little bit so it can line up exactly where we want it to be. So this is where the editing comes into part. I don't know what I'm going to do on this track because I don't have anything. I'm just making it up on the fly. So all right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I told my mama I want a dog. I told my mama I want a dog. She said, no man, you can't have it. I told my mama I want a dog. Yeah. Do, 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 All right, I probably was way out of tone on that because I was hard to hear this. It was very hard to hear myself. Okay, so yeah, so you can see how far I'm off, and you might have this issue when you're recording. You're like, dude, I know I didn't record like that. So what I'm gonna do is cut this off some, and then I can move it over. Find out how much I need to nudge it. Gonna change the snap setting. Snap is up at the top, and then what it allows you to do is set the resolution. So I'll double tap on it, and then let's set it to 16th. No, let's drag it over until I feel like I have it where I want it. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, so it's late. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I told my mom. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I told my mama I want a dog. I told my mama I want a dog. She said, no man, you can't have it. I told my mama I want a dog. Yeah. Alright, so I think that's pretty cool. Now I can already tell that I don't really care for the way the mic sounds, but it's cool. I'm going with that, and then I can record another track. Maybe I want to add some harmonies. So I'm gonna double click on this. All right, or you can right click on it. I'm just saying double click on the keyboard pad, duplicate track, and let's do, yeah, I'm just gonna do one. And I can listen to it while I record the other part. All right, start it out from the beginning. I'm gonna turn this track down just a little bit, okay, because it's really loud. All right. Yeah. I told my mama, I want a dog. I told my mama, I want a dog. She said, no, man, you can't have it. I told my mama, I want a dog. Yeah. Alright, okay, so I did something, hopefully it sounded right. Because once again, I don't have, normally you're used to being able to hear exactly what you're doing in Cakewalk. Normally when I have my interface, I have direct monitoring so I can hear. And that's the reason why it is best to get some type of interface, because it does help so much. Of course, you know, this is going to be off as well. So, probably have to bring it over right here. Maybe that's right. Yeah. I told my mama. Okay, so yeah, I know it's almost right there. I can see, I can kind of look at the wave now to try to figure out exactly where it's supposed to be. I think I made that harmony right there. Yeah. To my mama, told my mama, dog. I want a dog. I told my mama. Okay, so I know now this is not right, because this was supposed to be like right here, I think. Okay, so I can nudge it. Use the cursors on your keyboard to nudge it. Uh-oh, I don't have it set up like that. Okay, maybe I don't. Oh, okay, I don't have it set to nudge. Wow, I have to show you how to do that, but that's for another video. All right, so in that case, we'll just slide it over again. Let's take the snap off so I can get a little bit more crucial with this. I want to make sure it's lined up. It's good to see when you can see the waves and you can kind of tell exactly where they're supposed to line up I told my mama, I want a dog. Alright, so still quite a little too late. So I told my mama, I want a dog. I told my mama, I want a dog. She said, no, man, you can't have it. I told my mama, I want a dog. Yeah. Alright, okay, not quite in tune, but good enough. Alright, now that you have it recorded, the vocals and stuff, and you're good with what you need, I'm going to show you how to apply some effects to it real quick. We're going to actually send these to a bus, or we're going to create a bus for it. So first things first, let me create the bus. Gonna double tap, insert stereo bus. Gonna name this vocals. Okay. Okay, and while I have them highlighted, then I'm gonna press Control on the keyboard, change them both to vocals. So I changed one, but you're gonna be able to change both of them. So that's a little shortcut. So now everything is coming out of the vocals. And you will notice that when I press play, yeah. So you don't hear them at all. I
told my mama, I want a dog. I told my mama,
I'm actually gonna turn the master down a little bit because my ears are going crazy right now. All right, so I can turn the vocals down, and then I can come over and I can add some effects to it. Like if I want to add the Sonitis EQ. All right, let's say I want to get rid of some of that mud. I'll do a high pass filter on it. All right. Then just a Q on that. And I might bring it in. Let's see what it sounds like.
yeah. I told my mama, I want a dog. I told my mama, I want a dog. She said, no man, you can't have it. I told my mama, I want a dog. Yeah.
Okay, and then all right, let's Control S that, and I can add some more things to it if I want to. Dynamics, the multi-band compressor. I know there's some EQ stuff that I really want to do that I want to get rid of. So I'm going to go up here. So Pro Channel EQ. Press Show Hide Pro Channel. And then there are some presets that come with it, but I'm not going to worry about using it right now. But I'm just going to minimize that. Minimize this. And let's mess with this EQ because there's some frequencies that I do not like.
Yeah. I told my mama, I want a dog. I told my mama, I want a dog. She said, no man, you can't have it. I told my mama, I want a dog. Yeah.
Alright, let me do real quick is highlights just this part and set loop points. Play from right here. Okay, just trying to listen to it and just trying to work out some things. Now, I would spend a lot more time really trying to fine tune these vocals if I was going to use these vocals. But you can tell that they are not quite up to par to what I really want to do. But
yeah.
Since this is the background, I'm going to lower this more.
I told my mama, I want a dog. I told my mama, I want a dog. She said, no man, you can't have it.
If I want to add some effects, some reverb or something like that, I can do that too as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I told my mama, I want a dog. I told my mama I want a dog. She said, no man, you can't have it. I told my mama I want a dog. Yeah. Do, 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 do,
All right, so something very simple, you all. And you know, when I do tutorials, sometimes I show you the real meat and potatoes of what I really can do in a program. Other times I kind of just show you how to play around with it. This is probably not the ideal song that you want to listen to, but it's pretty funny to me. And this is how I go about just getting there and really learning the software. So don't feel like you're obligated to get in there and make a hit song right away. Just get in there and work with it and figure out how to use a program. If you have any questions or anything about that, please let me know in the comments. Other ways that I can help you all. I am just a norm, and this is all about trying to get you all in the place where you can record from the comfort of your home with no issues and get the music out to the world. So this 2024, I plan to release new music. If you're new to the channel, check out the videos that's on here. Definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm sorry that I'm so soft spoken today. I'm used to being fired up and stuff, but it's late at night. I'm trying to stay quiet. So I love you all. Take care.